Hey everyone, I'm Jenny Sauer. I'm a mobile solutions specialist here with the APHIS PPQ End User Tools Group, and I'm going to show you today how to organize your app icons on your iPad home screen and how to use apps at work. Here we go. Okay, organizing your apps. All PPQ iPad devices have automatically pushed out to them the apps as you kind of see. Some of these you may not have. For instance, this test flight is a beta testing app that I have myself to test out new apps. But most of these you'll probably see. Pretty much include the Office 365 suite, some in-house apps such as eTrap and IDC is the iPhis data collector, some Esri apps such as Collector and Survey 123, and some apps like USDA level things like the Ethics app here. And you can see they're kind of a mess to find. So if you want to, you can move the apps around. If you press and hold any app, you at first a little menu that says, do you want to delete it? I could decide to delete it. That's not one I want to delete. In fact, SharePoint's one I would want to delete. You want to be careful with some of these apps. If they are holding content in them and you delete them, you could really kind of cause some trouble. The Esri apps, for instance, you might have a downloaded map, so you wouldn't want to delete them. But I know I don't want this SharePoint app, so I'm going to press and hold and go ahead and delete. And you'll see I get a confirmation. Are you sure? Yes, take it out. And it's just gone, just like that. If I want to move apps around, I can press and hold a little longer. Oops. And sometimes you have to be really careful with the way you do that, or you end up opening it. So see, I had to hold it past that menu, and now I have the apps are all kind of shaking with the X. That's kind of my edit mode for apps. So let's say I want Quick Capture to have its own page. I can actually tap and pull it over to another page all on its own. And so now I've got Quick Capture has a whole nother page all by itself over there. If I want to stop this edit mode, I just tap somewhere in the blank space of the screen. Another really cool thing is maybe I want to see these kind of in a folder mode. So maybe all of the Office 365 apps could be in a folder together. So I want to do that same thing where I press and hold past that menu so that I've got this edit mode going again, and then I can just tap and drag them on top of each other. And what's done is it creates a little folder, and it's automatically named productivity, but if I tap that folder, I do have the ability to press and hold there and rename at any point. So it's named productivity, but I think what I want it to be called is Office 365 apps, if I can get the alphabet going. There we go. And then I just hit done. So now I have two apps in there, and if I want I can just keep dragging and dropping them into that little folder. These are all my Office apps that I want in that folder, and see it's cleaning up my view really nicely. Let's say I want something out of this. I open it, drag and pull it right back out. And again, to stop this edit mode, you can tap anywhere on the screen, or I could have tapped the home button too to kind of bring it back to itself. Okay, so now we've covered moving apps around on a page, moving them to a separate page, and moving them into a group to organize them. We also deleted an app. Now how do we get that app back? It's this magical Apps at Work app. Let's open that up. And it takes a little time to load. It's open to Safari browser, and it's accessing apps at work from a remote management standpoint. And you'll end up with a list of apps that are available to you, whether they are installed or not. And the nice way to do this is to look, they're either in categories or you can search for them. So let's look at these categories. The Office suite is kind of all together. There they are, all listed. We can go back. There are uncategorized. Typically the ArcGIS, the Esri apps are here, or maybe other things that have been downloaded. And remember, we deleted SharePoint, so we can search for SharePoint, which I've done before, you can see. But I just start typing in this search box, and it'll start narrowing the options here by what's made available on the list of allowable apps. And here's Microsoft SharePoint. And all I have to do now is reinstall. So I just hit this reinstall, and it's going to say, okay, we sent a request, and you hit OK. And this little progress bar is going to go along here as if it's working hard. And this is completely dependent upon the strength of your Wi-Fi connection. And I'm connected here at home, so it's pretty good. But you might want to do this later in the day when less people are online, or choose your Wi-Fi connection wisely first. And I'm just going to hit home one time, which will leave this running in the background so that you can see what it looks like. What's going to happen as it progresses is you'll see the little app icon show up on this main page, and it will start giving you a progress, and there it is. And you can see it says it's loading, and it's got a little progress bar working its way around. So once it's finished, it will be a finished SharePoint icon just like these other apps were, and there you are, back in business.